Hello, honorable members of the clan. So let's go to the Gauteng High Court in the Senzo Mewa deletion trial. This morning, guys, we are currently on 3-hour adjournment because Mr. Baloy, when he was about to start, actually, he just announced to the court that Mr. Mnisi would like to address the court. I don't know why every time when that happens, I get cold in my stomach because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what are we going to be hearing about Mr. Mgomezulu? Because, hey, guys, I told you in my yesterday's video, I don't trust any of those guys whatsoever. So now, every time when something like this, I don't know, maybe it's trauma of my own. And fortunately, it has nothing to do with Mr. Mgomezulu or has anything to do with the Senzo Meyiwa deletion trial. However, it had everything to do with accused number 3 and 5's application, which is being frustrated by Jose Mampuru Correctional Center. Well, they are saying that there's no such a thing, in not so many words, no such a thing as attorney-client privilege, because every document that is going to go into the CMEX needs to be first seen by the CMEX management or warden or whoever is in charge of that prison. And I'm thinking to myself, listen, I think it's about time in South Africa that anybody that wishes to work as a public servant, they must first have been in a constitutional law 101 class, just that class, just for a year. Learn about the fundamentals of the Constitution, because what Jose Mampuru was doing or has been doing is violating the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, irrespective of what their laws say. The Constitution of the Republic is the supreme law. That means it overrides any other law that you may say, hey, we are following this. No, the Constitution is very clear on client and attorney privilege, just like the doctor-patient privileges, etc., and so on. So I feel like before you are even promoted in the public service, you need to know some fundamental sections or provisions of the Constitution so that we do not see things like this. You are telling me that our whole management of Jose Mampuru don't know or able to distinguish that their laws are in, what do you call this? What's the word I'm looking for? They are on the behest of the Constitution, because the only thing they could have done at least is to consult if the facility has an attorney, and the attorney or lawyer or whatever it is that they have, or state attorney for that matter, and give them the advice that they need, because this is unacceptable. That an entire representative of these two gentlemen would have to come in court and make representations and let the court knows that she is finding it very difficult to meet with her clients, so that the clients, they have a successful or even an unsuccessful application, but at least fairness would have been exercised or executed. And then I saw Rata as well. I'm thinking, okay, Rata, you should be jumping at this and saying, no. Even though I feel like you did a bit, but I felt you needed to have some chutzpah about it, because this is about the Constitution that you don't like. Okay, anyways, however, though, I liked the solution that Rata Mokgotleng had towards the end, because he wanted to speak with the warden who's in charge of the facility. But I'm just going to let you guys hear what the legal representative of accused 5 and 3 had to say in court. I thought she was close to tears while she was doing her representations. I don't know if those are representations or submissions, but I don't think they are submissions, because this is off record. It has nothing to do with the Senzo deletion trial. However, the accused, they are having a very difficult time in prison, and they do feel like their constitutional rights are being violated, which is correct from where I sit. But other than that, let the video speak for itself, so that you also get to understand. Probably by this point, you already know what transpired, but Cesar Quebec. Guys, yeah, here's the clip, and we'll talk to each other later, because the court does resume at 2. This is after a long adjournment, the normal long adjournment, while the legal representative of the accused is able to consult for 3 hours. Other than that, let's see each other a little bit later. Thank you all for the support, guys. I highly appreciate it. I highly appreciate your support. I don't take it for granted. See you a little bit later, guys. Goodbye.
As it please the court, my lord.
Yes.
I indicated yesterday that I shouldn't really be seen as a niggler. But again, this does not have to do with the substance of this case. It has got to do with the collateral application.
Okay.
As I indicated yesterday, that my colleague who are moving the application on behalf of accused number 3 and 5 would have requested to come see them today. And that has happened, but apparently they are picking up a lot of problems with regard to the facilitation of that process. I then requested my colleague that the information that needs to be conveyed to the court with regard to those challenges might not come up as crisp as it would if it is done through me, my lord. Remember, I'll only be the conduit pipe, and then I requested her that I would request an indulgence from the court to indicate what those challenges are. As it pleases the court, my lord, she is here.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I'm requested that the court grants the indulgence just to unpack all those challenges that she's facing. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I confirm my appointment for accused 3 and 5, the applicants in the urgent application. I wish to convey the difficulty I currently experience to obtain instructions and to finalize the urgent application that's due to be heard next week. We have been assured by the respondents, DCS in this matter, that they will facilitate and accommodate consultations with accused 3 and 5. I am not experienced that accommodation as promised in the papers. I contacted them this morning requesting to please accommodate us to consult after the court proceedings. We have voluminous proceedings which we must canvass with the accused before the court. I've been informed that should I wish to hand these documents to the accused, it should be perused by the DCS officials, and then only will it be handed to the accused before. My submission is it's infringement of the client and attorney privilege, and I refuse to subject my clients to that. I will therefore have no opportunity or alternative to request this court to accommodate the request to stand down the proceedings, to enable me to obtain instructions from my clients pertaining to the urgent application, to ensure compliance with the practice directives of the urgent court.
Now, which counsel says, or which official says you must first have sight of the documents before you hand them over to your client?
The official is present in court, and my colleague...
Where is she or he? Where is the said official? Do you know, sir?
Oh, what I said if they're gonna take the documents, to back to the center, we're gonna hand over to CMEX, check the document, and then so that they can have them in the cell.
Which documents are you referring to, sir? The ones which council has?
Yeah, the one the council, he said he wanted to hand over to us so that they can have them.
What's the problem then?
Usually in CMEX, when there's some documents coming from court, they check those documents and then they hand over to the inmates.
No, I don't think it's necessary. Who do we call at Siemens? Who's this? Is it Mr. Nomalo?
Mr. Kabel.
Who?
Mr. Kabel, the head of the center.
Do you have a phone with you?
I do have a phone.
Why don't you phone him and say, I'm saying that the documents must be handed over to the clients because it's attorney and client privilege. They can see the documents when they are served on the correctional services, not before. Okay, can you say that to him?
I'll just phone him.
Yeah, is he here?
No, it's not here.
Okay. Yeah, call him.
Your Lordship, may I please also address another frustration we experience with the DCS in this regard. They're undertaking that they will not frustrate the consultation process. We are experiencing extreme difficulty to consult and obtain instructions. We bend it backwards to ensure that we can consult with our clients in this regard. I request that after hours not to intrude on the court's time and a witness is present before court. They are very adamant, they knock off at 4 o'clock and there's no one available. I requested indulgence to consulting the weekend. I'm still awaiting for a response. As the court pleases.
Weekend. So they say they are not employed, they are not working on weekends.
Your Lordship, I didn't hear.
I say, is the staff at correctional services say they don't work over weekends?
They don't accommodate legal visitations during weekends.
Oh, they don't? Is
It's
that their
only
rules?
Family.
Is
That's
that their
the
rules?
That's their practice.
Okay.
But they undertook to come back to me. I emphasized that it is an urgent matter. I further requested further indulgence then if the weekend is not available then after the proceedings are done in court and they say that they knock off at 4 and no one is available.
How many hours do you need to consult?
Your Lordship, this is a voluminous application.
How many hours do you need?
3 hours, Your
Because
Lordship.
if you tell me about the documents, I have no sight of them.
3
3 hours.
3 hours.
Can we adjourn for 3 hours and then you attend to that? Is that okay?
It's in the...
So we'll come back. What time is the... By the way? 3 hours from 10 o'clock.
It's probably
It's 11, 12, 1,
it's 16 minutes past 1.
right?
So 3 hours will be will be around lunchtime.
Can we come back at 1 o'clock then?
Maybe 2.
2 o'clock, okay, fine. We'll adjourn until 2, okay? And that will solve all your problems, I take it. Okay, you have heard the reasons why. Because